What is the process? And I'm sorry I don't know more about it because I'm wondering, because if you're doing it indoor, is this something you're constantly replicating? So it's a year-round thing.
It absolutely can be year round. And that was one of the big draws for us too, was, having these really nutrient dense products
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of winter
Mm-hmm.
is amazing. So that was really hard to, like, if we wanted to go away for a week or two,
Sure.
it's really hard to stop, take a
Sure.
break, because it is just a never ending cycle of, of like rotating these through. And you rotate them through pretty quickly. Um, After they sit in the dark for a little while, they go into the room, and they a week tops until they're done flushing. Sometimes they'll flush a second or third time depending on the variety. But you're always working on those blocks to backfill. So it's never ending.
So any idea how many of these you're cranking out a year? And I
I
know you're
didn't
talking
count
about
how
different
many
sizes, so
blocks. We got to a point where I know we moved about 2,100 pounds of
hmm,
mushrooms, which I could probably like do a little bit of back math, because I think it's like each of these bags created maybe like 3 pounds
okay.
minimum, sometimes more,
Okay.
depending on the variety or in the conditions. Sometimes
Okay.
they just wow.
Sure. Sure.
But a lot, a lot. And when I was saving some of these blocks for some friends that were growing flowers, a bigger flower farm than I ever had. And they wanted to use some of these, what we call spent blocks. So these blocks are they're done producing, but they still have a lot of really great organic material in
Hmm.
them. So we've been, using it to make some of our own compost, but we had just so much that I offered these flower farmers a chance, hey,
Yeah.
I know you do your own composting too. You want some blocks to throw in? And they said, yeah, we'd come by in a couple weeks with a truck and pick them up. And so I had been throwing those those bags, those spent blocks, just kind of into the corner, like, oh, I'll get those ready for those
Hmm.
guys in a couple of weeks. And I went out that morning they were going to come, and I went out there and started stripping off all the plastic and putting them into containers that these guys could take so they could use them for their compost. And just like something just kind of hit me, and I was just like, look at all that plastic. Like,
Oh.
what am I like? It just had this moment of, just what am I doing?